Living the dream.
Oh, I'm a tight swinger, mate.
And he gets to see my face every week, so I mean, how lucky is he? Absolute professionals at this. We do put it on YouTube.
I'm genuinely impressed, mate. Genuinely impressed.
Edit that. We'll cut that bit out.
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, my friend. How are you doing?
I am good.
Season 2, episode 65.
Boo-roo.
How are we still here?
Well, we're here, but not necessarily people are listening. There's a big difference there. We can do it till we drop down dead, or one of us goes first, but don't mean people are listening.
Their loss. So if you're not listening to this, it's your loss.
Yeah, it is, big time. And if you know someone's not listening, but you're listening, tell someone why you're listening and pass the pod.
Yeah.
Pass the pod, what's that from? That's from another podcast, isn't it? Pass the pod.
It is, yeah, but I think we're still allowed. It's no copyright on it. Don't worry about it.
I hope so. How's your week been, mate?
It's been busy.
Busy how?
Been busy. Went to watch Lex in a dance show this week, which
Nice.
is great. And just because you went to watch your kids in a dance show the week before, so I thought it's my turn this week.
Damn right, it's good, isn't it?
So that was good. Yeah, it was really good.
Did you find yourself staring at me?
No, because these are slightly older ladies,
All right.
should we say? So no,
Yeah, but I'd be even more like in an awe of like, wow, these are good.
it was good. Don't get me wrong, but like I said to you last week, for me, I just watch my child, and that's it. And I'll be honest, this sounds proper terrible.
No, but your child's not dancing every.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, sorry.
This is what I mean. On the dances that she's not there, I don't care.
So what did you do? Did you watch your phone? Look into the air.
No, that would be rude, wouldn't it? I watch it, but I just don't care. I only want to go there. It sounds proper horrible, and it's a show, and they've put a lot of effort in, but I just want to go watch my child.
See, like when I'm watching my kids dance, I'm in awe of them dancing, thinking, wow, they're really good. But I'm not taking on board, I'm just like, yeah, I'm loving it. Do you know what I mean? They're really good. But actually, when you're watching others dance, because I'm not fussed, as I say, I'm actually more in awe of going, bloody hell, everyone's pretty good.
And I suppose
you
you don't have a vested interest.
No, I'm going
bias.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's a good box split jump, whatever that's called. Is that a terminology? That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes,
box split
definitely.
Jump,
Yeah, absolutely. Did that, and then went to Harry Potter thingy on.
Oh, yeah. You tell me about this, and it was one of those things where I sort of knew about it, and then I saw some photos, and I was like, Jesus, how good does that look? It looks really submersive.
It was good. And do you know what? It was snowing.
Oh,
it was just
better.
added to it.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, mate, it was cold.
It was
cod.
You do know it's December, don't you?
Is it? It was cod. But it was good. So that was good. And then...
Snow anyway, by the way.
Snow?
Yeah, already. I ain't seen any snow yet.
It was nowhere near where we live.
I know, but... All right. We're a tiny island. 9 times out of 10, it snows in one place. The whole thing gets blanketed and we shut down the infrastructure.
We'll get it next week.
Yeah.
Minus 20 degrees, something like that. World will stop.
I find it ludicrous that we...
Don't get me started. Put that soapbox away.
See, the best thing is, so today, I know you guys probably are listening today when this has been aired, but today on news it said...
It definitely won't be.
No, but it goes live on Thursday, and this is Thursday today, so what I'm saying is, if I say today and it's sun shining...
It's not Thursday.
When it goes live. Anyway, be quiet.
It's Thursday.
You're ruining me. So today it was saying on news that because of the snow, there were disruptions to the underground. London Underground stopped because of snow. I've been funny, but it's underground. How was that a thing? And I sat driving thinking, hang on, this doesn't make sense. How snow disrupted an underground service?
I mean, save them important questions for later on.
No, but that's not an important question. That's just us as society go, I can't do it anymore. I need to fall over. I made a chocolate.
It's this country, innit? It's we stop in any weather.
Well, the thing... don't get my soapbox, because...
How's your week been?
Been alright, mate. It's been good. I ain't really been up to much.
Bit arsey though, aren't you?
I'm always arsey. Went out with managers on Friday, so managers of other centres. We all got together on Friday. And
Sorry, Ed. Didn't get an invite.
And had a brew. You mean not a manager? It was nice. We went round Hull. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Hull. I just don't go to Hull very often. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was quiet.
Was it? That's even better.
I mean, we did start early, but we got off train and we marched all the way to the other side of Hull. I was like, God, desperate for a drink now. Do you know what I mean? We passed about 12 pubs on the way there. I thought, surely can't we like do a pub, walk a bit, do a pub, and then make our way back? We seem to walk all the way there to then stagger back. I'm like, we've gone the wrong way around.
Somebody else is organising.
Anyway, we're not doing it, but I enjoyed it. I'm not one to moan. It was good. I did.
You going out and having a drink and enjoying it. It's not like you.
I love a good drink.
It's not like you at all.
I can't remember last time I did have a good night.
That's because you're the life and soul.
I know. I love getting steam and throwing up everywhere.
You got fleas?
I'm really itchy.
It's that jumper. It's got the same one.
Since the warm weather's coming, I'm really itchy. Have you become itchy with warm weather?
Yeah. Do you want me to turn eating down?
I don't know. I think I've got something wrong with me. My skin's really, my legs are itchy, my arms are itchy. I don't know, my arms are falling off. I have leprosy or something.
Disgusting.
But yeah, and then I had the best tea ever, which I've told you when I came here.
Oh, that sounded good.
Love a fish finger sandwich.
Fish finger sandwich.
Takes back to my childhood.
I like how the important things in your week are highlighted by having a drink
Food.
and a fish finger sandwich.
Damn right.
I can't fault you.
I cooked dinner yesterday and my Yorkshire puddings were on point. We followed Mr. Rimmer's advice and put a bit of salt in it and it did make a difference.
That's a fair point. We was on TV again this week.
We was on TV this week.
Just sort
I
of
can say, yeah. Well, how's your week been? Well, a bit boring. Not the fact we're on telly or yeah. Although we got cut again. I'm not used to not being able to speak. You're getting used to this.
Yeah. Do you know what? I genuinely, this time, felt a lot less nervous about speaking because I kind of thought in the back of my mind, it's just not going to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, as long as I know where I'm speaking, so if they say to me, you're in the first segment, for the first, I'm a bit like, get myself ready. But they said it was the second bit, so I was nice and comfortable. And then she came out for the second bit and was like, yeah, you're in the, because I said, oh, we've been cut, haven't we? And she went, no, you're in this bit. And I was because I sort of relaxed when I thought, oh, we've been cut. I was like, oh, back on edge, here we go. And then I said to you, what time does this thing finish? Because I'm confused, thinking she's saying we're going to be in it. I'm thinking, we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
And then you was like, yeah, we've been cut. And then she was like, yeah. It was bloody thing you cut us, wasn't it? Hancock.
Yeah,
He's
making stupid stuff during
Resigned,
the day.
yeah. Because he resigned in the middle of the thing. We got cut because of him.
But yeah.
Well, let me see relatives. He wouldn't.
It's like snogging birds when he shouldn't be. Touching women's bums in a really uncomfortable way. Let's get on to this week's topic.
I'm looking forward to this one.
That's the longest intro we've ever done.
I'm looking forward to this one.
What are we talking about?
So this week we are talking about. I'm going to up.
This week we are talking about. I'll answer my own question.
No. What are we talking about this week, Andy?
This week we are talking about Christmas and spending and toys and kids and how are we going to do it in this world of absolute crisis. Nobody's got any money. Have you got any money?
No.
I ain't got no money. How are we doing it?
On a shoestring.
We are doing it on a shoestring. Do you know what? I'm sure I said this to you before. I've been out a few places recently and it's been rammed everywhere.
Well,
people have got money to spend.
Yeah, do you know, this is going to, I might sound like an absolute dickhead, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Normally do.
We've got all these problems where people can't afford to do things. I get it. Cut your cloth accordingly. There's a massive crisis regarding the electricity and things like that. It's costing a fortune to run. But I've been funny, but every house I've seen is overindulging with Christmas lights. Now, I know we live in a world of LED, so it's a bit different to the 90s, but it's no different to last year or the year before.
There's a lot of batteries going into landfill, isn't there?
But even power mains. If your house is covered in lights, you ain't running on batteries, mate. You're running on mains.
Yeah, and it's not just running them. People have having to buy them as well. So they're already spending it.
But even if you bought them last year or year before, I've not got a problem with that. That's an invested previously. But to run a house from, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, well, let's say even a couple of days ago, till other side of Christmas, that's a lot of money for your electricity bill.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. People, I'm not saying, because this is got to be really careful because there's some people out there that are in absolute poverty and need support non-stop. But I do think there's a lot of people playing on the poverty thing as well. In the fact that they go, I can't afford to do, and I'm not saying you should live like chuffing, what's his name? Can I have a turkey at Christmas, whatever it is, that's Scrooge.
Scrooge, yeah.
What's the kid called anyway? You don't have to live your life like that where you can't do things. I'm not saying not do things. But I just find it strange that, like, in our town, a lot of houses have got massive, I'm talking overindulged decorations.
Well, I think part of it's the media. I think part of it's the media saying nobody's got any money. But actually, have we got any less than last year? I get the gas and electric stuff's been going up. But I genuinely think as well, because the world we live in is we get things now. If my TV broke now, I'd go get one tomorrow. And I wouldn't just buy it. I'd get it on some sort of tick or credit. And that's what we do. We're pushing the payments down the road. It ain't no different. All we're doing is going, I don't have any money, I'll borrow.
Yeah,
I'll get a card, I'll add it onto that.
If that's how you get about life, then that's who are we to judge. It's just one of those things where I think if people are... It's hard because I don't know everyone's circumstances. Some people might be completely fine and I'm going, no, I believe they've got that license in their house. But it's got to be difficult, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people I've not got a problem with that. Like, you know, like, I know they're okay, if that makes sense. But I just think, oh...
So that's the serious stuff. Are you cutting your cloth accordingly this year, or are you still going all out?
Well, put it this way, we spent less on our kids than we ever have done. And that's twofold. One, I'm sick of buying things for the sake of buying things.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to take that bullet on Christmas Day and cry tears everywhere.
Well, that's the thing, innit? And that's kind of what partly I wanted to talk about, was that I think over the years, we beat the previous year and we go, right, I need to top that.
Yeah.
I need to top that.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, Betty from down the street, do you see what she bought her kids?
Yeah.
I need to top that.
Yeah.
And I think we build it up to a point where we go, oh, heck. And my kids are older, so their presents get less.
Well, they get smaller as well and
Yeah.
seem to cost more. Do you know what I mean? So you do get less presents for your thing.
And because, like Lexi's at a point now where she's working, she buys a lot of her own stuff anyway. So, like, the toiletries and stuff that you would go, they're a token present, it just seems pointless now.
Yeah.
And for her, the kind of magic of it all is not quite there.
If any kids are listening, just take them out of the room.
No, the magic for her's not there. She doesn't love Santa as much as Andy loves Santa.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I ain't overstepping on marks here.
You're not, but you're very treading on someone's toes.
Would you say that your kids are spoiled?
Compared to me, so this is difficult in the fact that they're not spoiled, but they'll get things outside of the loop.
Yeah, I would say it's the same for mine. I wouldn't have said... I think spoiled goes to a point where you're literally just filling a room with stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, which I will never... Well, I say I never will, but like there's been times where we've bought things and it's like a couple of weeks later. Prime example, last year or year before, I bought Mario Kart, like pinball game. No one wanted it. Not got a problem buying it. It wasn't cheap because it was all like, branded to like the Mario Kart game that come off at Wii. What was it called? Switch? Nintendo
Switch, yeah.
So it's branded to that. Didn't play it once. I played it once on Christmas Day or whatever. Then ended up in the playroom where the fact that it just like sort of disappeared into the ethos of all these things where we bought unnecessarily. Because what I find is the more you buy, the more the cat just have what we want to play with.
Yeah, that's the fair
And
point.
like we since we've sort of cleared the playroom, got rid of not toys, but we've got rid of things, given to charity and got rid of the bits and bobs. We've noticed that they're a bit more productive in what they're playing with, that they'll read more because that's all they've really got access to and stuff, books, or they'll do art together and things like that. It just seems a bit more productive in what they're doing sooner than... I mean, they'll still play on Switch and they'll still play board games and stuff like that with me and that. But I think that element of, when you walk into the room and it's just like... Because they're the messy kids as well, like they haven't comprehended tidying up themselves. So you walk in and like there's things under things and things they just don't know what they want to get hold of.
Yeah. I used to think the same though. When I was little, I used to get Christmas presents and there used to look loads of them. And then you'd unwrap them, they got smaller. And exactly same as you, I'd have like a couple of games to play and maybe some board games. Like, what do you do? Which
one first? Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you go, I've maybe just stuck to one thing that I want.
Yeah. But for example, like I said, that Mario Kart thing, where we played on Christmas Day. And it just wasn't great for its price. And even like Noah was like, we had a quick couple of goals, like you're tapping buttons, pinballs moving around, it's a race at thingy. But it was rubbish. Not like it was just a rubbish game where I'm thinking, well, I've just been marketed to this.
Yeah. That's not good, is it?
Well, that's.
Do you know what? I've got some factoids for you.
I love a fact. Do I get to answer the facts or no?
I'll question them.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen my little notes here. So, roughly, How much last year did people spend per person on average?
Oh, I bet it's disgusting.
I mean, do you know what? I think I was talking to Lexi about this the other day. Nobody's asked me about this.
Would you bring the average right down?
How do they know this stuff? You know, when they go 75% of the country like sprouts. Nobody's ever asked me about sprouts.
They've asked the Sprout Lover Society.
Yeah. Right, so 2021, how much on average did people spend per person?
I reckon probably about. This is how Scrooge I am. I'm thinking like £100, but I bet it's like double or triple that, innit?
It's £548 per person. That is on average how much people spend per person.
So I've just dragged it down, which means people spend like £1,000 on.
Well, people will be buying people ridiculous stuff like $3-4 grand. Christmas is time to get engaged in it. You might look at it that way.
I suppose that's skewing the figures, yeah. I'm thinking what people are spending on kids, but
how much this year is projected what people will spend?
If it's more, then I'm not going to be happy.
All right, so it's less.
Oof, thank God for that. But £20 less. Oh man, about £400 then?
£430 per person is what they reckon they're spending on people this year. And if you think of how many people you buy for your mum and your dad...
Do you know what? I think that's my G total for everything. For for everyone.
I hope I aren't included in that.
I think you are. No, but for genuinely, for all our presents, I bet I'm not far off that for everyone.
I think how it used to be, certainly when I was a kid, we got one main present.
Yeah.
And then that was backed up by a lot of... Or
the little...
You'd have, like, if I got, like, computer games, I'd have maybe 2 or 3 computer games.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a big... It was always a bike or a computer console.
Yeah.
It was... Do you know what I mean? You had that one big present. I don't think kids get that one big present now. I think we just go, man, let's get that. And, oh, you want that as well? I've just had that on. Yeah. This was always my worry about doing my shopping in, like, October.
Because then you think, oh, I'll buy that and I'll buy that. And because I've already spent that. It's down the line and I've got money in my pocket, whatever. Yeah. But
you've got to be really strict with it. Do you want me to talk to you about Christmas dinners?
Hang on, just one second. I'm my head's I get.
I think you're right about figures being slightly skewed, is that you are going to get somebody that will go, oh, I tell you what, I'll buy my child a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, across the UK, £430 per person.
Per person? That's like making me go, ooh.
Again, I don't know how they get to those figures. Nobody's asked me.
Unless they're from around Chelsea, have they?
Yeah.
And everyone's coming back this Christmas because things are hard.
Yeah.
Jesus. Go on. Next one. Go on. Yeah, I like that. Go on.
Christmas dinner. And I've gone for 1981 because that was the year I was born. I know I'm only 26, so I don't know how I was born in 1981. How much did people spend on Christmas dinner in 1981 for the Christmas dinner?
You know there's been inflation since then and things have changed. Okay, so this is like today's money.
You still have pounds and pence in 1981.
So if I said it was like £30, but then in today's money, £30 in 81, £30 now is probably worth about £100, maybe more.
This is today's money.
It's in today's money. So it's been converted into what we're thinking.
Not like 8D.
£20 then.
No.
£100?
1981, £40 and 7p was the price that people would be paying for Christmas dinner.
Right.
I don't have the 2022 figures, but I've got 2015 figures.
Close then.
So, how much were people paying in 2015 for Christmas dinner?
Probably about £100 a head.
£37.77p.
Hey?
They're paying less.
How?
Right, so I've got a couple of theories on this. This is either we're buying more cheaper or our veggies a lot cheaper. Because let's be fair, you can go to the supermarket and get veg now.
Well, I just said it was 49p for my stuffing.
Yeah, 8p.
Yeah.
They do offers for veg and stuff like that. Are we buying... Are we
How
spending...
much are feeding?
Are we... I don't know.
Is that per head? Oh, £37.
Why do you always have to go into further questions?
Because I'm thinking myself, what I'm thinking.
Yours is £40 per head, isn't it?
No.
But to be fair, I mean, you look at a price of a turkey could be £20.
That's what I would say. I priced up turkeys yesterday, would you believe? Because I was in the old Lidl, and turkeys. I was thinking, God, meat's expensive, like really expensive.
But you buy your turkey if you make your own Yorkshires bucket of flour,
A bucket? I think you're Yorkshires.
some eggs,
That was the next going, a
and
bucket of
some
flour.
milk. I think you could do it for 40 quid. If you don't overindulge,
The whole Christmas dinner's 40 quid. That's pretty good going.
then you look at maybe people are thinking Christmas dinner's not as important as it maybe used to be. It used to be the part of the day, didn't it? Whereas now people are changing what they do. They're having these buffets. What was we talking? When we was on Steph's Packed Lunch, Dan Walker was saying he has his Christmas day.
He's going to this year try his Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then he can just have Christmas Day to relax and enjoy, open the presents, play with the things, and have like leftovers from the. But my problem with that is, so I can't think what I was doing. But someone said that they are going to have Christmas dinner on Christmas Day because they don't want the fast pacedness of Christmas Day sort of being ruined. So what they say is they get up, do the presents, have the dinner, and it's just like by the time they know it, like it's late at night.
Yeah,
like,
if you're shooting round to relatives,
see people. Yeah, but I was thinking, well, why not shoot round on Christmas Eve? Why not do everything that you think you ain't got time, and then get Christmas Eve as your business? Because what I do, I go around, we see people, we do the bits and bobs. Christmas Eve, got that done that way. Make sure everything's ready to rock and roll. Then my Christmas Day is pretty much get up, open presents, play, eat my dinner, and then just play games all night and get steaming and thinking.
nap.
Yeah, but there's no like.
You don't get steaming Christmas Day.
I do.
It don't work. You just drink all day and no ever kicks in.
And then Boxing Days. Now I'm old and I've got kids. I don't go out, so Boxing Day is like a rest day where I then continue playing with the games with the kids, continue getting steaming, have my leftovers. So all they've done is taken their Christmas Day, Boxing Day and shifted it forwards
what
one.
I thought.
And I was thinking, well, you're not achieving. So what, now your Boxing Day, because the Boxing Day is the recovery day where you're just like laying about, messing about. But they can do that on Christmas Day. And I'm thinking, but that's not what Christmas Day is about.
Yeah,
I couldn't get it around it.
It's tradition, isn't it?
I
like to think that's what I did on Christmas. We got up, we did presents.
Yeah.
We didn't really go see people Christmas Day. We just sort of stayed at home. We've only a small family, so we do all that Christmas Eve.
That's what I'm saying. We're the same, small family, so get everything out of the way, saying it's done, unless we're going with somebody or doing something on Christmas. But I have the 3-day window. Prep Christmas Eve, enjoy Christmas Day and do what I want to do and just take thinking. And then it's recovery day, Boxing Day.
Massive shit.
Yeah,
Boxing Day.
Yeah, and make sure I figure, after that, trees down, Christmas is over. Do you know what I mean?
Rolling up to New Year's.
Yeah.
You get the disappointment of Boxing Day because they haven't got what they wanted. Something's not working because of what you've bought. Something's not arrived. You just realised it didn't come through the post. How do we keep the kids humble?
This I don't. There's
This
no
is a
right
difficult
answer.
one, isn't it?
I've spoke to you about when I did do when I was younger. My mum spent a lot of money on me, but it was the old thing. I was at that balancing age where I was a bit old, so everything I got was a bit an older thing. But because I didn't get much, but there was money spent, my mind couldn't comprehend. And I'm thinking, oh, I barely got with you, sort of thing. And you start to get older, and you go, actually, bloody hell. How lucky was I, sort of thing. But it sticks with me, and it sticks with me, it's haunting me that I don't want my kids to be like that.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's
You
awful.
remember that.
Oh, mate, I do big time. And I remember it because, I say I don't remember it at the time. I remember being like that, but I think something's happened somewhere which pricked my conscience to remember back to there and go, wow, that one.
It won't. How you behaved wasn't right.
I didn't behave. I pretty much bottled it up to the point where, like, I don't think my mum ever knew that I'd, like, you know, gone like, oh, that's all I've got, sort of
Come out
thing.
of therapy.
No.
Did it come out when that guy took you?
Yeah, I was for casting my line and going, my mum do buy me. But it's one of those things where, like, it's somehow, somewhere along the lines, it's come back in. And I just think, oh man, I hope my kids don't ever feel that way, because at some point they'll realise, you know, if they do feel that way, there'll be a trigger point where they go, actually, Jesus, do you know what I mean? It's not as if I'm not loved, not wanted, not appreciated, do you know what I mean? And it's same with me, but it's you can't do that. Kids have got no concept of money. They've got no concept of, I'm not saying they're not appreciative, but they're not until they get to a certain age. But you can't.
That's right. So I googled this. I thought I need to look at the old internet.
How to keep a kid humble.
That's pretty
Give
much.
them cold one year, the next year, buy egg.
That's pretty much right. And honestly, Google normally stirs me up some really good suggestions. These are absolutely cack.
Oh, please, go on.
So instead, look at things like historical figures to stay humble, stay humane. Big time. If I was to say to Noah or Ava or any of my kids, oh, do you know that Barack Obama He once went out and he fed the homeless. But he didn't have a camera crew with him, though, did he?
I bet he fucking did.
Exactly. Mahatma Gandhi.
Who's that guy? Go on.
Matt Gandhi.
Yeah.
He was a pretty decent guy, was trying to serve the poor. But again, he lived in a very different time where his needs, he had everything, and he was very religious, so the church and everything looked after him. He was fine. The president of Malawi, Joyce Banda, sold off her presidential jet.
It's nice you can do that.
And a fleet of 60 Mercedes limousines to help a country's failing economy. You still got paid though, didn't you, Joyce? You know, you might. It's like giving with one hand, innit, and taking with other.
Yeah.
If this was stuff that people genuinely wanted to do, they would just do it without thinking. She's got some recognition for it. Don't talk to me about historical figures. Stick him up your.
Okay.
It says talk to kids about the value for money. Again, it's one of them things.
Kids
How can you explain this?
Yeah, kids have got no concept until you do a day's work and you realise what you earn in a day to what that goes back out of. So, it's not until you work out, like, right, okay, take what your mortgage is in a week or whatever, and when you actually work back, whatever you do a day, it's not until, like, your final week of the month that you actually admit in profit somewhere. Even that, like, the last day of the month, I go, woo, I've got money to spend.
Yeah. And that don't work if you're self-employed.
Well, yeah, do you know what I mean? But you can't, kids can't. And the other thing as well is, why are you scaring kids? Not scaring kids, but let kids be kids in a roundabout way. Do you know what
absolutely.
I mean?
And another one that I picked out was explain the purpose of money and its limitations.
Yeah.
What's that I can smell?
Bullshit.
Exactly. The limitations of money are endless now because you're just paying it down the road. You just go, let me take that credit card, let me take that store card, and I'll worry about that another day. I've done it plenty of times. I've had one card to pay off another card. We've all had that dirty. So there is no limitations. So, Google, you are shit.
Boom, mic drop.
I've got a couple of my own.
Ooh.
Exactly. There's a surprise there, isn't there? I think it's good to discuss things that are maybe going on in other countries, to discuss poverty, things that are going on in our country, that not everybody has what we have. And you know, like the news is full of absolutely depressing crap constantly. But actually, just showing that you've got this, these people haven't got that. I think that way of educating would be a good idea. Educating on life, so things that are going on around the country, so not around the country, but around the world where we've got technology. It's there. We get it all the time. We rely on it now. They don't in other countries, but they're still all right. They're still happy. They're still living, still breathing. So maybe just educating on things that are very different to what we know, the bubble that we're not living in. Golden, this, innit? This is my thoughts as well. I don't know where I've got this from. I had a nap.
Woke up, boom.
Woke up with a light bulb moment. And we've done Secret Santa at work today, like a lot of workplaces will do. Genuinely, I go back about 5 or 6 years and I hated the whole concept of it. I'm uncomfortable at receiving gifts.
Yeah, I'm not good at that, yeah.
And when it's a secret, I like to... I'm uncomfortable in giving gifts to people I don't 100% know. If I'd drawn you in a Secret Santa, easy. I could get you anything. I could get you a serious present, I could get you a jokey present, and I don't have to worry that you're not going to take it the right way. If you get somebody in that group that you don't fully get, it makes it very difficult. And then you go, right, we've got a limit, but do I kind of I want to get something nice.
Yeah.
And then it just spoils it for everybody. But I think if you're a child and you're at school or you're at a club and you're thinking, I want to get my friend a present for Christmas, do your own little Secret Santa. If you're at university and you're in a house of 5 or 6 people, do a Secret Santa so you don't have to think about buying gifts for everybody. Have a limit. Do not go over that limit.
I like that. It's deep.
It's like a valley.
Yeah. Is that a deep valley? If you go, what's deep? I'd go to the volcano's deep.
I said that was tall.
Yeah, but when you get to the top, deep.
So I've gone to the top and I've gone deep.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Couple of bits there for you.
To the point where I've just gone all quiet and thinking like, oh yeah, quite like that.
I've given you goosebumps, haven't I?
Mate, no.
Without even touching you, I've given you goosebumps.
Make me shudder.
Have you got a question for us this week? give us one of your questions that I know that you've been preparing all day. This is the question that we don't know the answer to. Do we need to know the answer to? Or is it just one of them things that are out there in the... If I say urethra, is urethra a word?
Yeah, it's your pee hole.
Is it your hoo-ha?
Yeah, it's the pipe that runs the end of your telewacker.
What word am I looking for?
I don't know, but it's not urethra. Unless you got a problem with urethra, then...
There's a lot of words that sound like areola as well, isn't there?
Yeah. No, yeah,
That's a bit around the nip, innit?
No, the areola's around the nip. But what's that? It's like
the chocolate
garlic dip, innit? That's areola, innit? Areola is what I had it. I've got areola in my head. It's something like that. Mac will tell me when I see it next.
I'm thinking of boobs now.
I know. Areola. So my question is, right?
Oh God, he's reading.
So, if we can trick our minds with the placebo effect, so we can give someone a medication and they think they've got a medication and it actually has properties of healing that person using that placebo.
Yes.
Correct? So why hasn't or can't somebody manage to control this part of the mind, therefore eradicating illnesses and problems?
I mean, it'd be nice to eradicate hypochondria, wouldn't it?
No, that's my favourite thing. No, but like we can genuinely do a study and it's proven, give somebody a placebo, give somebody not, and it's not 100%, but majority of the people in the placebo trial end up having the same effects as the person who's actually taking the medication that we think is designed for medicinal purposes. So there's something there that the mind is very powerful. Why is someone not full tilt gone, right, let's try and control that?
Yeah, I think this would like paracetamol. So if you get a headache, you go take a paracetamol tablet and you go, right, I'm out for that.
I'm
but
good.
Paracetamol tablets range in a price from like 4p to like £4.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I've always
If
thought
it's
it is.
medication, surely it's the same thing.
But I think it is. I think you pay for a brand name.
So if are you,
I genuinely think that.
how can you not be?
No, but that's like saying I buy Durex or wibbly wobbly dildo holder, cock holder, whatever it is.
Wibbly wobbly willy warmer.
Yeah.
That's next week's sponsor.
Sammy the Snake's holders. But it's just a brand name, isn't it?
Yeah. So, well, yeah. Unless
I'm sorry, a brand name, a brand.
You can't have different ingredients in medication, surely.
Mm.
If I was to say to you, I'm going to make you a coq au vin.
Easy.
I don't know why I went there. I'd put different ingredients in. If I put cheap in, it'd be cheap. If I put expensive in, it'd probably taste a bit nicer. Not for medication, surely.
No.
I've gone well off the point of your question.
No, because it's not. No, because that's the whole point. If you take a cheap one it's cut with rubbish products, whatever, but it still works. I still, like I say, if I get a headache, I take a 4p paracetamol. I'm G to G. If I got a headache, I take a £4.
Or does it work?
Well, is it a placebo that I could take a sugary sweet and go, yeah, I'm good to go, mate. Because what's right and what's wrong? I've got another great question as well. One that today I was driving to the point where I was just like, my head hurts. Remind me, and I'm on next question. Yeah, I'm on next week's question. I'm on it because honestly, it hurt my head today. It proper hurt my head.
I'm glad.
I can't wait for next week. I cannot wait for next week.
I mean, if this is not a cliffhanger,
to the point where I might even start next week with my question.
Oh wow!
Genuinely.
So we should just say that this episode is going to be out on the Thursday, the 15th of December.
Yeah.
We are doing a live podcast on. We think it's going to be YouTube. We're pretty crap at this, but there'll be something out this week to tell.
Pretty crap's been generous to us because we are horrific. We aspire
to be average.
I'd be what's down from average?
Shit.
Piss poor. I take that right now because that's probably we're below that.
We aspire to be piss poor. I mean, if that's not next year's intro, I don't know what it's going to be.
If anyone listens to this and thinks these kids have got something about them, but they're just terrible at doing this thing, well, help us out because we're bad at publicising ourselves. We jump on social media every now and then and put a post on. We do a bit of TikToking. We go on TV. We get good listeners. But we still don't seem to promote ourselves very well. It seems like we're expecting someone tomorrow to go, hey, You do better. It's like, wait.
Which has happened.
Well, it has, but we're just terrible at self-promotion.
We are.
To a point where your friends didn't know at work that you had a podcast. I don't tell people at work about a podcast. Like I say, I went on telly and I didn't tell a single soul because I was not worried, but I'm
ashamed.
like, no, it's not ashamed.
You're
It's
ashamed. You're ashamed of me.
I am as well, yeah. But it's like I'm just not very good at putting myself in some sort of limelight.
Blowing your own trumpet.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Is that because a lot of years ago you nearly put your back out trying to blow your own trumpet?
Yeah, I did.
Great way to end this week's podcast.
Still got a bit injury with that.
I will see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, mate.
And make sure you keep smiling.
I'm always smiling, mate. And stay safe, mate.
Bonjour.
Au revoir.
Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_ or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.